Hi guys, today I want to talk to you guys about extrinsic and intrinsic value and how that plays out in the BJJ's schools out here. Most schools out here are competitive schools, right? They got teams, and that's great, you know, if you want your child to be part of a team and go out and compete. And that's more, what I feel is more a school that's focused on extrinsic values, right? You guys go to tournaments, they get medals, they get awards. If they do good, maybe they get a promotion, they get a belt. But then what that does for a child that's not ready to receive or has built their own self-esteem yet, it actually destroys their self-esteem because they're basing everything on their performance. And if they don't perform, they start to feel like they're inadequate. They start to feel like they're not enough. They start to question their own value in their parents' eyes, in their coach's eyes, and that actually starts to destroy the person who they are. It doesn't allow them to develop because they're always going to be afraid. The school systems already do that, right? They already tell you, okay, here, do good on your test or you're going to get an F. Do good on your test or we're going to hold you back or you're going to flunk school. So they're already trying to condition the kids to respond to extrinsic factors, right? To factors outside themselves, that if they do a certain thing, they're going to be rewarded for that. So what happens is that is a bottomless cup, really, because if you're constantly seeking for that, and that is your motivation, and that is a child's motivation, that's what they're building their life on, they're always seeking for something else. Nothing is ever going to be enough. They're always going to feel like they got to do more and more and more just to sit there and feel like they're worth something, right? At our school, we try to teach something different, right? We try to teach everybody to appreciate the progress that they're making individually, whether someone notices it or not. We want them to feel good about what it is that they're doing. Are they growing? Are they doing better? Do they feel like they're developing? You know, because at the end of the day, they're going to be out on their own. They need to motivate themselves like, hey, you know what? I don't care if anybody gives me a medal or an award or all that. I'm going to do things because I love to do this. And that builds a whole different child, right? That builds a more confident child that when they go out in life, they're not going to be tied to the results. They're going to get the results because they're not tied to it. They're not afraid to try something in case they might fail. They're going to go ahead and go for it. Why? Because they just want to see, hey, how far can I get? You know, and that's what I want you guys to think about. Think about it when you're putting your kids in school. I don't have nothing against competition in schools. I'm just saying that do not put your kids into competition until they're ready to do that. Until they already built their own self-esteem. Like, hey, you know what? Whether I win or lose, it doesn't matter. You know, one of the BJJ philosophies is that, right? You either win or you learn. So where did that come from? It came from, you know what? You have to enjoy it, whether you win or lose. Yes, it's great to win. Yes, it's great to stand there and get that gold medal. But is that all? There has to be more. There has to be like, hey, you know what? You win or you learn. You have to learn something from that experience. Otherwise, you lost. I've seen many people who have won tournament after tournament after tournament, and after the first loss, they're done. They quit because they're not getting that extrinsic reward, that value externally outside of them that's going to sit there and motivate them to keep going. They're no longer the champ. Look at what happened to Ronda Rousey after she lost. You know, I'm glad she's back on her feet and she's trying this again, but we can't condition kids to do that until they're ready. You know, and when they're ready, great. You know what? If they win, great. What did you learn? If you lost, great. What did you learn? Because it doesn't matter. We all try different things in life. And you know what? We have to prepare our children for failure. If we're only going to reward them when they win, they're going to fail. They're going to be afraid to try anything new because they're afraid to fail. And that is going to breed more failure. So if you teach the kids, hey, you know what? Who cares? Win or lose, enjoy the journey. Enjoy what you're doing. Try something. Learn something. Grow. Then the kids are going to be more willing to try something new. Okay? So just think about that. When you're taking your kids to a martial arts program or a BJJ school, that's fine. You want to do competition, that's great. But make sure the kids are ready. I've seen too many parents who put their kids into martial arts and want to take them to competitions to relive their youth, or maybe to relive the dream that they couldn't live out. They want to be champs, right? They didn't get that opportunity, so now they want their kids to do that. That's horrible. That's a horrible pressure to put on a child. So please, before you start taking your children to competition, make sure they're ready. And make sure, even if you are taking them now and they win or lose, make sure you reward them either way. Make sure you still tell them at the end of the day, I still love you anyways. I don't care whether you won or lost. I'm just proud of you for getting out there. I'm proud of you for having that courage. I'm proud of you. Hey, by the way, I saw the way you attacked. Man, that was amazing. Give them some positive reinforcement for their efforts, not necessarily for the outcome. All right, so that's my spill for today, and hopefully I have something else for you guys to share with you guys some more. Thank you.